Welcome back. Joining us on the show now is Avinash Gupta. He's Vice Chairman, All India Gem and Jewellery Domestic Council. Mr. Gupta, hi. Thank you so much for joining in. First of all, your sense as well on the gold and silver prices. Slight reprieve, slight breather there, but as everybody seems to be believing, it's not going to last too long.
No, I don't think, Manisha. As you have noticed last night, the prices went down and suddenly it bounced back. So there's a strong support at all lower levels. So I don't see gold going down or silver going down further in a very quick succession or very fast. So I see gold still going to hold the price as of now.
Are you also working with any targets, Mr. Gupta, going forward for any either gold or silver? You trade in both. I mean, you work with both of these metals.
I'm looking silver at 1,50,000 by Diwali and roughly around 1,20,000 to 1,22,000 on the day of Diwali for gold. So both the metals I am seeing during Diwali doing fantastic.
Also, when you look at the recent notification that we have seen from DGFT in sense of restriction on silver jewelry imports, much of that comes in from Thailand. Is it going to make a very big impact for India? And why do you see a notification come in at this point in time?
See, there was a malfunction in the FTA. People were bringing in to say that 6% on the plain silver jewelry, and they were converting that into bullion and trying to use the FTA route for importing silver at a zero rate. So that was a very good move by DGFT to stop that so that things become normal. And this is going to help the domestic industry also during this festival season, because the domestic industry works with a 6% import duty pressure on them when they are manufacturing. And if the jewelry, which is lower value addition thing, which comes from Thailand at a zero rate, that gives a very not level playing field to the domestic manufacturer. So that is a good move by the DGFT to safeguard the domestic jewelry industry, which makes plain jewelry in silver. So this is a very good move, I can say, Manish.
Mr. Gupta, also the other thing that most of the markets now, or most of the market participants now seem to be believing is that gold volume decline could be to the tune of 25 to 30% during this festival season, while silver volume decline could be just about 5 to 10%. Are you also seeing this on ground?
Manisha, honestly speaking, I'm not seeing 25 to 30% decline in gold jewelry sales in domestic market as far as the sector from where I come in. So I am seeing a decline by 10 to 15% in volume for sure. And that is obvious. And now next 3 months are going to be the most crucial 3 months for the jewelry industry, because this is the season of festivals. This is the season of weddings. So I foresee with the prices going up again, and people were sitting back to see if the prices go down, we'll buy. But now with the clear indication that gold prices are going to stay and it is going to go up, I have seen from the first day of Navratri, the footfalls have increased. So I am optimistic that we will end up at the same level of last year during this festival season. But still, looking at the gold prices, I think there can be a little dip of 5 to 10% at the end of the festival season. But I don't see any fall in sales of silver for sure in the coming festival season.
Point taken. How are you also looking at, just coming back to that silver jewelry import restriction, while we do import 5,000 to 6,000 tons, we are still awaiting numbers for this year. But this silver jewelry import is apart from that number, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that is part of that number. Okay. It is not apart from that number, but definitely silver jewelry which was coming from Thailand was has increased because of that FTA route people were trying to use for the bullion sales. So that is a big thing which was brought to the notice of DGFT by the industry bodies, and it was well taken by the DGFT, and they have brought that restriction. This is a good move for the domestic industry, and this is going to be very good for overall sales of the domestic silver jewelry.
I absolutely get your point, because what we read in the notification is that the studded jewelry still continues to come within that purview, but not the plain jewelry. So clearly you can't be making studded jewelry or bullion out of that. That point is quite clear. I also want to understand on how are you looking at the caratages that people are buying right now, because there have been some reports that it's not just gold where we've seen the caratages decline from 22 to 18, but in some sense silver as well, from 999 to 995. Are you witnessing that too?
See, silver jewelry per se, generally it was 925, and it is 925 only. Those people in utensils, there was 999 as well as 925, and most of the people are buying at 925 rather than 999. So there are few pockets in India which manufactures 999 utensils, and still they are continuing, but majority of the people are shifting towards 925. That's the standard which is there in India. There are few people who are doing at 80 also, which is permitted BIS standard. So in that also people are doing, but generally it is 925.
How are you also looking at the export side of it? Because we do understand that there have been various reports yet again that the casting is coming in from US, it's getting worked here and then re-exported to US, and that doesn't really inculcate that 50% tariff. Is a lot of work being done that way?
Manisha ji, honestly speaking, I'm not the right person to speak on that in a depth, because I don't have that numbers. So it will not be fair on my part to comment on that.
Sure. But would you say that is a route that is being taken?
I don't think that is going to last for long.
Okay.
Because ultimately, at the end of the day, we need to understand that any transaction which is going to happen has to happen in the right way it happens. So it is going to be like that only. And definitely, there will be people who will be trying to see what best they can get to be in the business. Definitely people will try, but the time will tell whether this route is going to sustain or not.
Point taken. Mr. Avinash Gupta, as always, thank you so much for joining in.